a meaningful statement from the government to end new oil and gas.
Today we are looking at the dumbest type of protester in the world, or as you might know them, climate activists.
I'm not getting you, move! That's my baby, move! Now! Now! Move! That's my baby in that car! That's going to hospital! Now! Move!
Doesn't matter what people protest these days. The fact that you stop the mother from actually going anywhere means that you have no sympathy for your common person, and therefore you don't deserve to protest anything, because you don't even have decent self-worth to let a mom take a child to work.
Women did not get the vote by voting. It is time for deeds and not words. It is time to just stop oil.
Politics is failing us. Politics failed women in 1914. If millions will die due to new oil and gas licensing, millions! If we love history, if we love art, and if we love our families, we must just stop oil.
This is just sad and so delusional. How does oil have anything to do with politicians and politics? Oil sustains life. Without it you wouldn't have anything, from your clothes to food to anything really. And that doesn't have anything to do with women voting or women failure with politics or something like that. Nothing.
I'm gonna run you the over, I gotta go, I'm running you the over. I'm running you the over.
This is perfect, the perfect way to deal with activists blocking the road. Just go through them. Easy.
Why are you doing this?
Hello, I'm Lee, I'm 22 and I'm a student at the University of Aberdeen, and I'm here today with Just Stop Oil. Basically, the reason why we have thrown paint on this building is because these buildings hold the offices for both Barclays and Shell in Aberdeen. And today we are doing this in solidarity with the Extinction Rebellion protests that are happening all across the country to protest Barclays' continued involvement and funding investment of the oil industry.
First of all, somebody must just get a big ass magnet and put that in front of her, and that would make her go away from throwing paint on buildings. A great repellent. Just get a big ass magnet. Second of all, Shell and Barclays, those companies literally run the world of fuel in oil industries and those type of stuff. She doesn't have any clue what she's talking about.
A 200-year-old historic arch was sprayed orange by Just Stop Oil.
Spraying history with paint or whatever that is really convinces people to stop using oil. Great way to motivate people. The best argument I've ever saw. Great.
Ich bin nicht mal mit seinem Finger und das macht er mit Absicht, um aufmerksam zu
simuliere überhaupt keine Scheiße.
Gucken Sie mal Ihren Kunden. Ja, aber das kann schon passieren. Ihr tut es zum Beispiel auch. Also da ist halt spannend.
Karma's a real bitch, eh? I mean, they glued themselves there, and now he wants to scream in pain because of their attempt to help him by removing his hand from the concrete. Own Karma, and Karma's a real bitch.
This is the shocking moment. 2 eco-protesters threw soup over the Mona Lisa at the Louvre in Paris in their latest climate stunt. The duo threw cans of what appeared to be tomato soup this morning at the bulletproof glass protecting Leonardo da Vinci's famous painting. The 2 protesters were demanding the right to healthy and sustainable food. What are your thoughts on this?
Kev, I'm so confused. Healthy food you can get anywhere. That is your own problem. You can literally buy healthy food and sustain yourself. That's no government's problem, it's your own problem. Second of all, vandalizing art is never right.
I'm not a criminal. I'm a scared little kid trying to fight for their future. This isn't what we want to go out and do. We know that we're causing disruption. We don't want to be out doing this, but we are desperate. I'm terrified I'm going to be denied the right to grow old. I'm terrified I'm going to live in constant fear of climate disaster. Millions in the global south are already living the realities of these fears.
Really? Not a criminal, but she's one of the hive minds of the protests. And throwing soup at artwork makes you a criminal for vandalism. And second of all, she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about, because I live in South Africa, the south of the world. I don't feel climate change. It doesn't affect us really that bad.
But are you bringing people with you?
Are you bringing people with you? Thank you so much for having me on. I'm really grateful to be here and have this discussion. It needs to happen. But as journalists, are you doing enough? You know, this is the biggest crisis that humanity has ever faced. You make time to report on the sport every day. Why aren't you telling people how bad it's going to get? Why aren't you out on the streets with us? Because I admire your optimism and I admire you telling people that we have to go towards a renewable future. I agree with you. But quite frankly, it's not happening in policy. So civil resistance is the only chance we have left to get the radical change we need in the timescale we have left. To ensure that I have a future, to ensure that millions of people in the global south don't keep dying. 33 million people are displaced in Pakistan right now. And governments are still pushing ahead with these fossil fuel licenses. That is murderous.
Phoebe Plummer, thank you very much for coming on Newsnight.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Not at all. And Patricia Espinosa, thank you very much for your time.
Nope, she's actually really wrong. She will grow old, I will grow old. I'm a teenager of now. I will see my 80s, 90s, maybe in 120. Climate change will not be as bad as she claims. Yeah, more flooding, more those type of stuff, but humans aren't really the fault of that. That's nature. That happens. Life happens. The South, that doesn't really have to do with governments and oil. It has all to do with government policies of how they treat their own people. I'm not going to go into that in this video because it's not this video's place for that. And protesting by throwing soup on paintings never answer to any problem. Until next time, like and subscribe.